children. So today we are going to learn finding the nth root of a complex number. Nth root of a complex number. So yesterday's class we have seen De Moivre's theorem. So what is De Moivre's theorem? So given a complex number, cos theta plus I sin theta, then any integer n, then cos theta plus I sin theta, the whole power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So we are going to use the De Moivre's theorem here. So nth root of a complex number. So let z be a complex number. And so nth root of the complex number is z power 1 by n. We know square root of x, we take it as x power 1 by 2. Cube root of x, we take it as x power 1 by 3. So nth root of z, we take it as z power 1 by n. So let this nth root of a complex number be omega. So now we are going to follow few steps to find the nth root of a complex number. Nth root of a complex number. So first step, write the complex number in the polar form. So polar form we have already seen, r into cos theta plus I sin theta. So we are writing it in the polar form. So first step we write it in polar form. Second one, add 2k pi to the argument. So what is argument? Theta is called as the argument. So add 2k pi to the argument. So cos theta plus 2k pi plus I sin theta plus 2k pi. So add 2k pi to the argument. So this is the second step. Then third one, apply De Moivre's theorem. So from here we get z power 1 by n is equal to r into, we can also write it as cis theta plus 2k pi, the whole power 1 by n. So it is equal to r power 1 by n into cos theta plus 2k pi plus I sin theta plus 2k pi, the whole power 1 by n. So we are going to apply now De Moivre's theorem. So applying De Moivre's theorem, so we know that cos theta plus I sin theta, the whole power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So this is r power 1 by n into cos theta plus 2k pi by n plus I sin theta plus 2k pi by n. So this step we have applied De Moivre's theorem. So this is the third step. Then next step, fourth one, substitute values for k. So z power 1 by n is equal to, we have r power 1 by n into cis theta plus 2k pi by n. So here take values for k, that is k is equal to 0, 1, 2 etc. up to n minus 1. Because we are starting with 0, it ends with n minus 1. So when we give this n values for k, we get n roots of the complex numbers. So, we'll recall the steps. So, first step, write the given complex number in the polar form. Second step, add 2k pi to the argument. Third one, apply De Moivre's theorem. And fourth one, put k is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. up to n minus 1. Then you will get n roots. So, now k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 only we have taken. So, if you take k is equal to n, say n minus 1, next is n, or n plus 1, n plus 2, etc. You will be getting the same roots at regular intervals. So, cyclically you will be getting the same roots. So, there are only n roots 0 to n minus 1. So, this in Euler's form we can also write this as omega is equal to nth root of r. So, r nth root of r into e power I into theta plus 2k pi by n. So, when you see here, when you give values for k, 0, 1, 2, etc., the argument differs by 2 pi by n. The value of the argument differs by 2 pi by n. So, when you, so omega we take, when you give k is equal to 0, when you give k is equal to 0, then the first one, substituting all this in a unit circle, we will be getting a regular polygon. So, now we will see the nth roots of unity. Nth roots of unity. So, unity is nothing but 1. So, z is equal to 1 power 1 by n. So, what is the first step? Write in polar form. So, writing in polar form, 1 is cos 0 plus I sin 0. So, the whole power 1 by n, because cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. So, 1 in polar form is cos 0 plus I sin 0. So, we have written in the polar form. Now, next step, add 2k pi to the argument. So, cos 0 plus 2k pi plus I sin 0 plus 2k pi, the whole power 1 by n. So, it is equal to, now next step we have to apply De Moivre's theorem. So, 1 by n we have to bring it here, and 0 plus 2k pi is nothing but 2k pi. So, we can take it as cos 2k pi by n plus I sin 2k pi by n. So, we have applied De Moivre's theorem. Now, we have to give values for k. So, n roots, so k is equal to 0, 1, 2, etc. up to n minus 1. So, when you give k is equal to 0, k is equal to 0, it becomes 1. And when you give k is equal to 1, we can take that value as omega, and next one as omega square. So, etc. up to omega power n minus 1. So, this is nothing but omega power 0, omega power 1, omega square, etc. up to omega power n minus 1. So, these are the n roots of unity. So, now when you take omega as omega e power 2 pi I by n. What is omega power n? Omega power n is equal to e power 2 pi I by n, the whole power n. So, it gives us, so n gets cancelled. So, it gives us e power 2 pi I, which is nothing but cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi. Cos 2 pi is 1 and sine 2 pi is 0. Therefore, it is equal to 1. So, omega power n is equal to 1. So, the nth root of omega is equal to 1. So, now when you see this n roots, 1, omega, omega square, etc. up to omega power n minus 1. This n roots forms a GP, that is geometric progression. You have studied already in 10th standard, 11th standard also you have seen this. So, it gives a common ratio, omega by 1 is omega, omega square by omega is omega. So, it forms a GP with A is equal to 1 and R is equal to omega. Common ratio is omega. So, now we will see the sum of this. So, what is the sum of the n roots of unity? 1 plus omega square plus etc. up to omega power n minus 1, and by GP formula it is A into 1 minus R power n by 1 minus R. So, A is equal to 1. So, 1 into 1 minus omega power n by 1 minus omega. So, which is equal to omega power n. We know it is 1. So, 1 minus 1 by 1 minus omega, which is equal to 0. So, sum of n roots of unity is equal to 0. So, next we will see the product of the n roots. So, product of the n roots is 1 into omega square, omega cube, etc. up to omega power n minus 1. So, 1 is nothing but omega power 0 and this is omega power 1. So, base are equal, so we add the index. So, omega power 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus etc. up to n minus 1. So, it is sum of first n numbers we can take. So, using the formula we get this as omega power n minus 1 into n by 2. So, what is omega power n? So, omega power n, this can be written as also omega power n minus 1 by 2. So, we have omega power n is e power I 2 pi. So, I 2 pi power n minus 1 by 2. So, this 2 will get cancelled. So, we get e power I pi power n minus 1. 2 gets cancelled. So, we get this. So, e power I pi is cos pi plus I sin pi power n minus 1. Cos pi is minus 1 and sin pi is 0. So, power n minus 1, which is equal to minus 1 power n minus 1. So, product of n roots of unity. Product of n roots of unity is equal to minus 1 power n minus 1. So, you should remember that 1 plus omega square plus etc. up to omega power n minus 1 is equal to 0 and 1 into omega square etc. up to omega power n minus 1 is equal to minus 1 power n minus 1. So, now we will see the example. Example 2.33. Find the fourth roots of unity. So, unity is nothing but 1. So, let Z be the complex number. So, fourth root of unity. So, 1 power 1 by 4. So, now the steps we have to follow the steps. So, what is the first step? We have to write it in polar form. So, polar form of 1 is cos 0 plus I sine 0. So cos 0 plus I sine 0 the whole power 1 by 4. Second step, add 2k pi to the argument. So cos 0 plus 2k pi plus I sine 0 plus 2k pi the whole power 1 by 4. Third step, apply De Moivre's theorem. So cos 0 plus 2k pi we can also take it as 2k pi. So 2k pi by 4 plus I sine 2k pi by 4. So next last step, put k is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Here only 4 roots. Therefore it starts with 0. So 0, 1, 2 and 3. So now give values for k. So when k is equal to 0, when k is equal to 0, we get cis 0. So cis 0 is cos 0 plus I sine 0 which is equal to 1. Then when k is equal to 1, k is equal to 1, we get cis of k is equal to 1, you substitute, we get 2 will get cancelled. So k is equal to 1 means we get pi by 2. Pi by 2, cis pi by 2. So it is nothing but cos pi by 2 plus I sine pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 is 0, sine pi by 2 is 1. So we get I. Then when you put k is equal to 2, we get cis 2 into 2 pi by 4. So it is cos pi plus I sine pi. Cos pi is minus 1, sin pi is 0, so this is minus 1. And k is equal to 3, cis 2 into 3 pi by 4. So it is equal to cis 2 goes here 2 times. So you get 3 pi by 2. So 3 pi by 2 is cos 3 pi by 2 plus I sine 3 pi by 2. Cos 3 pi by 2 is nothing but cos 270. Cos 270 is 0 and sin 270 is minus 1. Therefore, we get minus I. So, therefore, the 4 roots of unity, the 4 roots of unity are our 4th roots of unity. Unity are 1, I, minus 1 and minus I. So similarly you can find cubic root of unity and all those. So now if you see here, these roots, when you substitute, that is when you plot it on a unit circle. So unit circle is a circle whose radius is 1. So when you plot on a unit circle, when 4 roots are plotted, we get a square. And when cube roots, 3 roots are plotted, we get a equilateral triangle and so on. So when n roots are plotted, we get a polygon, regular polygon of n sides. Okay, now we will see exercise. Coming to the exercise, exercise 2.8. 2.8, question number 5. Solve z cube plus 27 is equal to 0. So z cube, this can be written as z cube is equal to minus 27. So this is minus 1 into 3 cube. 27 is 3 cube. So z cube is this. So z is equal to 3 cube into minus 1, the whole power 1 by 3. So 3 cube power 1 by 3 gives you 3, and minus 1 power 1 by 3. So now we have to find the roots. So first step, write minus 1 in the polar form. So what is the polar form? Cis pi, cos pi plus I sin pi. So cis pi the whole power 1 by 3. Second step, add 2k pi to the argument. So cis pi plus 2k pi the whole power 1 by 3. The next step, apply De Moivre's theorem. So 3 into cis pi plus 2k pi by 3. Then here we have z cube. So we will 3 roots we will be having. So k is equal to 0, 1, 2. So when you substitute k is equal to 0, 1, 2, we get 3 roots. So no need to substitute, give the values for 0, 1, 2, we can finish it here itself. So this itself tells you that the equation z cube plus 27 has 3 roots. Then question number 6. Omega is not equal to 1 is a cube root of unity. Is a cube root of unity. So cube root of unity, therefore we have so omega is a cube root of unity. So it gives us omega cube is equal to 1 and 1 plus omega square is equal to 0 by the result we have seen. So now we have to show that the roots of the equation. So to prove is z minus 1 the whole cube plus 8 equal to 0. Roots are minus 1, 1 minus 2 omega and 1 minus 2 omega square. So now we will consider the equation. So z minus 1 the whole cube is equal to 8. So we get z minus 1 the whole cube is equal to minus 8. So this minus we can bring this side also. The whole cube we have. So when you take this side, it changes its sign. That is multiplying throughout by minus. Both the sides by minus. We get here as 1 minus z minus 1 becomes 1 minus z the whole cube is equal to 8. And 8 is nothing but 2 cube. 8 is equal to 2 cube. So now what is 1 by z? So 1 by z is equal to 2 cube power 1 by 3. So it is equal to 2. So now it is asked to find the 3 roots. So what are the 3 roots? So here we have 2 into 1. So this is 1, 2 into 1 and what are the 3 roots? So the 3 roots of unity, the 3 roots of unity are 1 omega and omega square. 1 omega and omega square are the 3 roots of unity. So consider this. So what you get, 1 minus z is equal to 2 first. So z is equal to minus z, taking that side it becomes plus. So you get 1 minus 2 which is equal to minus 1. Then 1 minus z is equal to 2 omega. So similarly taking minus z that side, we get z is equal to 1 minus 2 omega and 1 minus z is equal to 2 omega square gives us z is equal to 1 minus 2 omega square. Therefore, the three roots of this equation are minus 1, 1 minus 2 omega and 1 minus 2 omega square. Now coming to question number 7. Seventh question. Find the value of sigma k is equal to 1 to 8 cos 2k pi plus by 9 plus I sin 2k pi by 9. So, we can also take it as cis. So, sigma k is equal to 1 to 8 cis 2k pi by 9. So, we have to find the value of this. So, we'll assume omega is equal to cis 2 pi by 9. So, then we get 1 omega square etc. up to omega power 8 are the 9 roots of unity. So, now because these are the 9 roots of unity, by the result we get 1 plus omega square plus etc. up to omega power 8 is equal to 0. So, that is omega plus omega square plus etc. up to omega power 8 is equal to 0, and this is nothing but sigma k is equal to 1 to 8 cis 2k pi by 9 is equal to 0. So, we have got the result as sigma k is equal to 1 to 8 cos 2k pi by 9 plus I sin 2k pi, sorry, so equal to minus 1. So, this is equal to minus 1, and so this 2k pi by 9 is equal to minus 1. So, now coming to the next question. Question number 8. Question number 8. Eighth question. So, if omega is a cube root of unity and omega not equal to 1. So, given omega is not equal to 1 and omega is a cube root of unity. So, first subdivision we have to prove 1 minus omega plus omega square the whole power 6 plus 1 plus omega minus omega square the whole power 6 is equal to 128. We have to prove this. Okay, now omega is the cube root of unity. So, we know that omega cube is equal to 1 and 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. So, we are going to use this here. So, take the left hand side. So, left hand side 1 plus omega square can be taken as minus omega. So, minus omega the whole power 6 plus 1 plus omega can be written as minus omega square. So, minus omega square the whole power 6. So, it is equal to now minus 2 omega power 6 plus minus 2 omega square power 6. So, we can also take this as minus 2 power 6. Minus 2 power 6 is nothing but 2 power 6. So, 2 power 6 into omega power 6 plus minus 2 power 6. So 2 power 6 omega square power 6. So it is equal to 2 power 6 is common. Omega power 6 is nothing but omega cube square plus omega square power 6 is omega power 12, and omega power 12 is nothing but omega cube power 4. So it is equal to 2 power 6 into omega cube is 1. So 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 which is equal to 2 power 6 into 2 which is equal to 2 power 7, and 2 power 7 is equal to 128. Now we'll go to the next subdivision. So next subdivision, second one. Second subdivision is 1 plus omega into 1 plus omega square into 1 plus omega power 4 into 1 plus omega power 8 etc. up to 1 plus omega power 2 power 11 is equal to 1 we have to prove. Okay, so take the left hand side. So taking the left hand side, this can be written as 1 plus omega power 2 power 0. So the next term is 1 plus omega square power 1. So next one is 1 plus omega square. So because 4 is 2 square. Next one is 1 plus omega square, 2 power 3. 8 is 2 power 3, so omega power 2 power 3, etc. up to 1 plus omega power 2 power 11. So it is equal to now. So this finally, if you see, 1 plus omega square, that is omega power 2 power 0. So omega 2 power 0 is nothing but 1 plus omega, and this is 1 plus omega square, and this is 1 plus omega, because omega power 4 is omega cube into omega, so omega cube is 1, so you get 1 plus omega, and this will be 1 plus omega square etc. to 1 plus, or last one also will be omega square. So when you check this, you will get 1 plus omega the whole power 6, and 1 plus omega square also will be 6. That is 6 times you will be having 1 plus omega, and 6 times you will be having 1 plus omega square. So 1 plus omega the whole power 6 into 1 plus omega square the whole power 6. 1 plus omega by the result is nothing but minus omega square power 6, and this is minus omega power 6. So it is equal to omega power 12 into omega power 6. So it is equal to omega power 12 is omega cube power 4, and omega power 6 is omega cube square, which is equal to 1 into 1, which is equal to 1. So which gives you the right hand side. Hence we have proved this result. So children, you have to write the problems in your notebook, and assignment do it with black pen, and keep watching every day the problems whatever we are giving, and you have to submit your notebook on the first day of your reopening. Thank you.